Okay. Does anybody have any questions so far? I know there's the purple one is about remembering to bring your things to school. Okay? Okay, now all of us, every once in a while, forget to bring something to work. We leave something at home, we forget it. Sometimes you can call somebody to help you out. You know, can you stop by the house? Can you pick it up? Other times it's like, oh well, I just have to say I don't have that today. Some kids forget stuff every single day of the week. Other kids, if they're in 5th grade and it's the first time they've ever forgot something and they call you up crying, could you please bring this, I forgot it. And if it's something like that and it's a one-time shot, then drive the thing over to school. But if 3 days out of the week your child forgets to bring their lunch to school, I'm not sure any one of our children would starve to death by not eating lunch one day. And maybe if once or twice no one dropped that lunch off, they'd be okay. Now, of course, if it's a medical reason, that's a whole different situation. But in the grand scheme of things, is it better to suffer the consequences of not eating lunch one day than what could happen later on when you keep forgetting your things all over the place? One of my kids, we figured out the other day, and this will show you that I'm not perfect or anything like that. We figured out the other day, since his junior year in high school, he's gone through 8 cell phones. Well, the first two were the only 2 I paid for. Every single time after that he lost one or he broke it, he paid for it himself. Not my problem. I provided you with the cell phone when you first learned to drive. You lost it, then you broke it, you drove over it, whatever you did to it, you paid for it. And those are the kinds of things when you do give your kids these rewards or you do give them added responsibility, if they can't handle the responsibility, they have to have a consequence for it. Okay? Remembering, this was the one, remembering to bring things into school. We're all live really busy lives and everyone's trying to get out at the same time in the morning. They have some very good ideas about trying to line everything up the night before. And actually I always do really well at this at the beginning of the school year, and probably by September I'm out of it. But the first few weeks of school I always pick out what I'm going to wear the night before. After about the end of September, then you're trying to think in the morning, oh, what should I wear today? But, you know, things like that. Okay, tomorrow, do you have all of your homework? Is it all in your backpack? You have basketball practice after school. You have volleyball practice after school. Do you have the clothes to change in? Are the shoes in there? Do you have socks? And not you run around the house and get all those things and stick them in a bag. Okay. What do you need to bring to basketball? And then you have your child list that off. Look in the bag right now. Are each one of those things in the bag? And that, you just do that a few times, and it really does help them to remember and to be a little bit more organized. When it comes to studying, that's the green one, and remembering things, there's some little tips of how to help your child to study for tests, how to remember larger amounts of information. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade are kind of hard. Before this, everybody maybe did little chapter tests or little unit tests. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, you might start getting tests over 2 or 3 chapters. How do you study for that? Oh my God, it's 60 pages. I'm never going to know 60 pages. And you have all the whining and the crying. The first few times you need to break that down into smaller parts for them. Okay, where are the quizzes that you took? Do you have your quizzes? Where's the homework for that chapter? Let's just go over that and look at it. What kind of questions did the teacher ask you today in school? And that helps them to break that down. When they get to high school, it's a test over August to January, and then from January to June. So it helps a great deal if they do have, in junior high, have tests that cover a little bit longer thing. If they only have quizzes and maybe one chapter test, then that leap their freshman year to taking finals in January and finals in June is very, very difficult. But you can help them along the way. The last, let me see, did I do yellow? I did yellow and blue first, right? Didn't I? Sorry. Oh, purple and blue. Okay. This one is about, I kind of did this but didn't say yellow. That your child's homework is their responsibility.
Thank you to our special guests who spoke to us this evening. We appreciate your words of wisdom. At this time, if you haven't finished with your presentation, I'd like you to wrap up quickly. And our first classroom presentation will begin at 7:40. That will be for 20 minutes until 8 o'clock, followed by 8:05 and 8:30. I'll ring the announcement bell at the conclusion of each presentation.
Okay, the last two sheets are for you. How you don't have a nervous breakdown as a busy parent and keeping all these kids happy and on the road. So some little helpful hints for you. And the last one is a program that we have at Percy called Active Parenting. And if you like that idea that I was telling you about with a circle, you are the outside circle, you are the boundary, and your child can move freely within the boundary, that's part of the Active Parenting class. I'm sorry. And there's the information about the class, and it's taught by our nurse, Martha Messer, and a retired outreach counselor from Hershey, Bob Lees. It tells you how to sign up for the class, and I know many people have enjoyed it, and it's also been offered at Buffalo Grove. So good luck to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful